If I gave you $10,000 today, would it change your life? Or would it slowly disappear without you even knowing where it went? When I was 20, I thought money problems were solved by earning more. Nobody told me the truth. Money isn't about income. It's about rules. And if you don't know the rules, money slips through your hands no matter how hard you work. Today I'm sharing 10 simple money rules I wish I knew at 20. These aren't hacks or shortcuts. They're the basics most people never learn, and they quietly decide your financial future. Stay until the end, because the final rule is the one most people misunderstand, and it affects everything else. The first rule is to pay yourself first. This sounds simple, but it's where most people fail. When I was younger, money came in and disappeared every month. Bills got paid, subscriptions renewed, and whatever was left was supposed to be savings. Most months, that meant nothing. Here's the shift that changes everything. The moment you get paid, you save first. Even if it's $10. Even if it feels too small to matter. Saving first forces your lifestyle to adjust around your future, not your impulses. Over time, this one habit quietly builds discipline and momentum. You don't save what's left after spending. You spend what's left after saving. Before moving on, here's something most people never stop to think about. If saving feels impossible, it's usually not because you earn too little. It's because saving was never treated as a priority. Once saving becomes automatic, it stops feeling painful and starts feeling normal. That's why this rule comes first. The second rule is to avoid lifestyle inflation. This is one of the most dangerous money traps because it feels like progress. Every time income increases, spending quietly increases too. A better phone, nicer clothes, more eating out, more subscriptions you barely notice. From the outside, life looks upgraded. Inside your bank account, nothing changes. Here's the rule. If your lifestyle rises at the same speed as your income, you'll never feel wealthy. True progress is when your savings grow faster than your expenses. That gap is where freedom lives. Now let's talk about credit, because this is where many financial problems begin. At 20, credit cards felt like flexibility. I told myself I'd handle it later. Later showed up as interest, stress, and regret. Here's the rule. If you can't pay it off this month, you can't afford it. Credit cards should help you organize spending and build credit, not delay reality. Every purchase on credit is a promise to your future self. Make sure that promise isn't a burden. Here's something most people don't realize until it's too late. Debt doesn't just cost money. It costs peace of mind. It quietly follows you, influences decisions, and limits options. Avoiding unnecessary debt early makes every future step easier. The fourth rule is building an emergency fund. This rule doesn't sound exciting, but it protects everything else. Life will interrupt your plans. Cars break down. Jobs change. Unexpected expenses appear. Without savings, every surprise becomes a crisis. The rule is simple. Keep 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash. Not invested. Not tied up. Just accessible. An emergency fund doesn't make you rich, but it keeps temporary problems from becoming permanent setbacks. This next rule is where time becomes your biggest ally or your biggest regret. Investing early. I waited because I thought I needed more money or more knowledge. That delay cost me years of compound growth. The truth is simple. Time matters more than amount. Small investments made consistently over a long period beat large investments made late. You don't need perfect timing. You need patience. The earlier you start, the less you have to stress later. Before moving on, here's a powerful realization. Investing isn't about predicting the future. It's about participating in it. Consistency beats cleverness almost every time. Now let's talk about something most money advice ignores. Your environment. Your friends influence your finances more than you think. If overspending is normal around you, it becomes invisible. If debt is common, it stops feeling risky. You don't need richer friends. You need healthier money conversations. That might mean choosing cheaper activities or being honest about goals. You don't have to change who you care about, but you do have to be intentional about what you normalize. At this stage, many people think the answer is extreme budgeting, cutting every expense, saying no to everything. That helps at first, but it has limits. Here's the rule most people overlook. Increasing your income solves more problems than cutting expenses. There's only so much you can reduce, but income can grow without limit. Learning a skill, building a side income, or negotiating pay creates breathing room. More income doesn't mean more spending. It means more control. Now ask yourself this question honestly. Do you know exactly where your money went last month? Most people don't. That's why the next rule matters so much. Track your money or it will disappear. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. When you know where money goes, you naturally make better decisions. Most financial stress comes from uncertainty, not numbers. What gets tracked gets controlled. Here's a rule that protects you from frustration and false hope. Avoid get-rich-quick thinking. At 20, I chased shortcuts. Fast money. Easy opportunities. Most of them cost time, money, or both. Fast money usually leaves fast. Real wealth grows slowly through skills, assets, and consistency. It's boring, but boring works. And boring wealth lasts. Now we reach the most important rule of all. Money is a tool, not your identity. Money is not your worth. It's not your intelligence. It's not proof of success. It's a tool designed to support your life, not control it. When money serves your values instead of defining them, stress decreases and clarity increases. The goal isn't to be rich. The goal is to feel secure, calm, and free. Before we finish, here's something worth remembering. Money amplifies who you already are. Learning these rules early doesn't just improve finances. It improves decisions, confidence, and long-term peace of mind. Let's recap the 10 rules. Pay yourself first. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Use credit wisely. Build an emergency fund. Invest early. Choose your influences carefully. Increase your income. Track your money. Avoid shortcuts. And use money as a tool, not an identity. These rules are simple, but they quietly shape your future. And the best part is this: it's never too late to start following them. If this video helped you, like it so more people can see it. Subscribe if you want simple money rules that actually work. And comment below which rule you wish you had learned earlier.